Morning, everyone, and happy Friday. Happy Friday. We made it, guys. We have made it. Thank the Lord it's Friday. Thank the Lord it's the weekend. And, if you work the weekend, because I've been there where I've worked, days on days, just straight through, and you really can't appreciate this Friday, I do feel sorry for you. But for me, since I don't work this weekend, I'm feeling good. So happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right. In like fashion, I woke up late. So we're going to jump right into the goal for today. So the goal for today should be a fairly easy one. I feel like a lot of the goals lately, well, not a lot, but a few of the goals lately have been dealing with our outer appearance. And today is kind of going to be on the same wavelength. So the goal for today is to be accessible, okay? Be accessible. And so when we're talking about accessible today, we want to focus on, are we easy to approach? Are we easy to speak with? Are we easy to reach? So the first two rather, are we easy to approach? Are we easy to speak to? They kind of deal with our outer appearance. And I can speak on this really well because a lot of people used to say that when they see me, I look very mean and sometimes I look intimidating. And I never, I don't know, that's just my resting face. And but I never want for someone to look at me across the room and want to speak to me, but because of how I look on the outside, or because of my stance, because of my body language, because of my facial expression, I am not easy to approach, or I'm not easy to talk to. So I definitely have consciously been trying to soften my face, make my body language more open to be able to speak with, because I don't want to go throughout my day and people can't speak to me, especially in my new job now, in my new position. I have to be more approachable, pretty much. I have to be more accessible so that people can see me and they can ask a question and they're not, intimidated. And I've also been on the other end where I have looked at people, and because of how they look, I have been like, yeah, maybe I'll ask somebody else, So we definitely want to be able to soften our looks and our body language, making them more open to receive different people. And then the last one is, when we're talking about being accessible, how easy is it for people to reach us? Okay, are we able to be reached easily? And the best example that I have for this one is, how in school, specifically in college, sometimes at the end of your semester, you would have to rate the class and rate the professor. And one of the questions on there was, how easy was it to reach that professor? How accessible were there? And you never want someone to give you a bad score in this area, because if someone needs to talk to you about something, you should always be accessible, especially if you are close to that person, or if that person is one that you confide in or something like that. For my mother, for example, sometimes when I can't reach my mother, I freak out because I need to speak to her. And well, not every time is it as urgent as I'm making it, but when I want to speak to my mother and I can't reach her, I get frustrated because I feel like it's a need that I want to speak to her and express something, or even just vent or something like that. So if you are that person in someone else's life, you want to make sure that you are easily accessible to them, because they may be you don't know what they're going through, and you may be the person really to talk them off of the ledge. Okay, so we want to be accessible in that manner too, making sure that our relationships with people are good enough so that whenever they need to reach us, they can reach us. And I am a volunteer for a teenage girl group, and I tell those girls all the time, if you can call me in the middle of the night. Will I be happy? Probably not, because I know y'all know how much I value sleep. But I want to be easily accessible to them, because they're going through a world of things that I don't even know. Some of the stuff I didn't even go through when I was in high school. And I've been out of high school, 10 years? That's not even a long time. But I want to make sure that I am easily accessible to them, so that, whatever they're going through, I can be there to assist them in that. So So that is the goal for today, is to be accessible. I hope everyone has a great Friday, kickstart off to a great weekend, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.